The Compass by Sukilvasa and Prathana Gururaj. "Let's go, Nate! Let's go! Let's go!" shouted Bree, sitting on her bright purple bike. Nate was always late. Always. "Nate!" she yelled at the top of her voice, waiting outside his house. Nate dashed out of his front door, swinging his helmet onto his head. He grabbed his bike, a red one with neon green stars on it. I'm coming, he said, hopping on. Zoom! Red and purple bikes sped away. Warm sunshine, a bike, and a best friend. Nothing could be better than that. At the park, they dropped their bikes and walked to the swings. Yes, cheered Bree. Let's go! Onto the swings they jumped, swinging like their feet could touch the sky. Nate had a surprise for Bree. He was pretty sure that she had never seen it before. And when they stopped swinging, Nate decided it was time to share his little surprise. "Bree, look what my grandpa gave me for my birthday." Nate had a big grin. He reached into his pocket. Out came a shiny compass. It was round with a golden-coloured metal lid. Nate flipped it open. "It looks like a clock, Nate," said Bree, her eyes big in wonder. "No, it's not a clock. Look, it has directions on it. It says N for north, S for south, and E and W for east and west." Wow! Bree was impressed. Somehow, when she said that, holding the compass made Nate feel like a big boy, not a 10-year-old. "This is very, very cool, Nate," added Bree. "What will you use it for?" Nate stood up straighter. "I will use it to find my directions." Bree did not understand. Nate explained, "If I am walking down a path, this will help me know the right direction to go." "Oh," said Bree, "I get it now. Can I try?" "Sure," said Nate, happy that Bree was excited like him. She stood with the compass in her hand and turned. The needle turned too. They played with the compass for a while, walking one way and then the other, watching the compass needle swing and return to pointing north. "Wow! Cool compass." "Looks like we have more friends here," said Bree, pointing to the street. Nate slipped his compass back in his pocket. Into the park came 3 other boys from their neighbourhood. "Do you guys want to play tag?" asked Nate. "Or basketball?" One of them, Bill, had a basketball. "Sure," said Bill. They had a wonderful time playing together. It was the perfect day. Then Nate said, "I'm hungry and thirsty." "Me too," said Bree. Bill pointed to the munchie stall in the park. "Let's go get a drink and snacks from Mr. B," he suggested. "Great idea," said Nate. They walked to the munchie stall, chatting away. As they turned the corner, they stopped and sighed. Nate rolled his eyes. "Oh no, it's closed today because it's Sunday." They were all disappointed. Bill stared at the door for a moment and then had a wicked idea. "Well," Bill grinned, raising an eyebrow, "we can break this lock. I've looked at the lock before and it will be easy. Mr. B's not going to miss 5 juice boxes and a few chip bags." Bree and Nate went silent. They didn't like how they felt when they heard this plan. Bill turned around. "Come on, it will be fun. A little adventure." Bree was behind Nate. She tapped him on his shoulder. "Come on," she whispered. "Let's go home." "But," said Nate. Bree insisted. "We can come back later. Now we are getting out of here, Nate." So off Bree and Nate went to their bikes. "Are you scared?" yelled Bill behind them. They could hear his laughter as they drove away. Nate hated it when someone laughed at him. The next day, Bree's mum called out to Bree and Nate as they played in the backyard. "I found this on the local news. Looks like the police caught Bill and 2 other boys breaking into Mr. B's munchie stall. They are in big trouble now." Bree and Nate stared at each other. Bree shook her head. "Wow," gasped Nate. "That was close. It was so smart of you to make us leave the park and go home." Bree pointed to her head. "I was using my compass to know the right direction to go down that path. Nate gave her a bow and grinned. I think your compass is more powerful than mine. The end.